Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise.
Not really. So today we are going to the Ice Palace. You got anything new to say,
Welcome back,
Ada?
Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Terra 2.
Where in Terra 2?
Oh, Byzantium's on Terra 2. Huh.
Byzantium is reputed to be the cream of the crop of Halcyon's residents. We're sure to stick out like a sore thumb.
So the people there are pretty wealthy.
Yes.
You want to elaborate on that?
Byzantium is the crown jewel of Halcyon. All the colony's opulence, elegance, and decadence is concentrated in this single city. To say its inhabitants are immensely and disproportionately well would be an understatement. Colloquially referred to as goldbloods, most of Byzantium's dwellers will never step outside the city's walls. Conversely, for many Halcyon colonists, the city is a faraway dream.
And what's the latest news in the city?
I am sorry to report, Captain. The Minister of Earth has fallen ill, again, and will have to postpone his goodwill tour of the colony.
Is he normally in bad health?
Yes.
Damn it, Ada. Elaborate without me having to tell you.
Noted, Captain. I shall endeavor to be more, as the humans say, chatty in the future. According to Colony News, he's suffering from an outbreak of cystipox and has been quarantined for public safety. The minister is expected to make a full recovery and resume working closely with the chairman of the board soon. However, I find it of note that in the past 52 cycles, the minister has been reported ill 27 times, suffering from 10 different ailments.
Uh-huh. Goodbye.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Monarch.
Where in Monarch?
Stellar Bay.
Ah, Monarch, the armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port in Fallbrook.
Yeah, we kind of know a bit about that. Why is Monarch being blockaded?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
And Smuggler's Port?
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
I think you have docked us there, actually. Alright. Okay, let's go to this place. HRS-1084.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Have you got any information about this
What part of the
place?
colony would you like to discuss?
No.
How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
Why are obtuse angles so depressed? Because they are never right.
You only have one joke, huh?
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Talk to you later,
I
Ada.
request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Alright, well, have fun with those electric sheep. Okay, so who shall we take with us? I mean, this Sam character is pretty cool, but I was hoping for a bit more of a personality, really, you know? But I'll bring him along for this one. And newly enlightened Vicar Max. Yeah.
the place. We'll need the power generators back on to finish this job.
Shipment manifest, shipping label. One case of UDL concussive mines to HRS-1084, signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling or destroying mines is a fireable offence. Mines are not a company authorised decoration, pet or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposefully stand, sit or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognises that you could have chosen any remote explosive provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety. Quality and safety not guaranteed for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Yeah, we got a bogey in here. Well, maybe not in here, but around.
Easy does it.
Okay, so we need to restore the power before we can use that.
Captain, a word of caution. Those automechanicals are likely to wait when we power the generator.
Oh. Oh, didn't know we could do it that way. Identity cartridge, that'll be useful. Modify generator mode normal. Status reports. Okay, critical issues. Issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1243 days ago. Non-critical issues. Issue 1. Sensors indicate ultravitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. Ultravitae gas is toxic to humans. Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the ultravitae gas tank storage room. Issue 2. The sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Let's repair the toilet. Oh, still don't have the part. Okay.
I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on this day already.
My team has already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
I already reactivated the automix. Your readout must be on a delay.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
That is rather impressive, Captain. Diplomacy at its finest.
Thank you. To redacted subject. Okay, from I Kimball to redacted. Morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies tested on. What do you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Kimball. To A Kimball from I Kimball. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal. Listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday? From Mum. There we go. Encode keycard. From redacted to station security. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS-1084. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A clean-up crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. Note on Jay Guthrie. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have done something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. I hope it comes to that. I hope it never comes to that. So how do I get through that door?
Keep a sharp eye out, Captain. One wrong step could incapacitate or kill.
While in combat? Who's in combat? There we go. Disengage checkpoint security. Nice. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know has been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 from a checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks.
Science in action is both a marvelous and terrifying thing to behold. In this case, however, I'd say it's more the latter.
Dr. Charles McNulty, current status alive, unstable condition, stasis setting active. Note, subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. In gratitude, Dr. Ava Chartrand, Dr. Lorelei Fowle, Dr. James Guthrie, Dr. Claire Pearsall. I've heard those names before. Let's unlock personal quarters. Modify system access protocol, insert sublights override cartridge. Let's not do that quite yet. Executive Research Focus Group E177J48. Purpose: biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team members: Chartrand, E, File L. Inactive team members: Guthrie, McNulty, Pearsall, Ryle. Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna, the Raptidon. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS-1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Law walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken, it was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed with the normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. Is anyone listening on this frequency? Who is this? I'm the project lead of 1084. I wanted... Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Executive override, password antediluvian. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Heves's Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084, misuse of this channel is a horrible offence, as is abusing your executive override, save in case of emergency. Damn it, this isn't a... Transmission ends. The log is being entered by Dr. Farl. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I was to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Ava hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS-1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. There we go, insert sublight override cartridge. That's what she wanted, right? Okay.
Sublight will be well pleased that you have claimed the station for them. Myself, I'll be fine leaving this place. Chartrand. Sounds awfully familiar. That was the scientist from Cascadia, right?
Yeah. Cool view. we might be in trouble now. Although, are these guys not hostile now? Dr. James Guthrie, alive, extremely unstable condition. Subject will need extensive nuclear resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you and fix for you all and fix this. I swear on it. Please forgive us. Chartrand file. Okay, well, I think we can get out of here now.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Max. Maximilian. Vicar. Vicky.
Yes?
Aw, this is no fun anymore.
Oh, well, that was exciting. Alright, well, let's go back to Groundbreaker, see what Lilia's got to say.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
CNP Force Pocket. Can you match Force Pocket?
As anything you'd like to discuss?
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
You'll also find some Automex salvage awaiting new owners.
I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
A UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
You have my interest. Now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea?
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Aliens?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and/or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
Alright, tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Now it all makes sense.
We don't just turn down an exclusive deal on extraterrestrial scrap. That's amateur shit.
The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Okay, and where does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion leader's working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Alright, sounds messy, but I'll take the job.
This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
No, I guess we're going to Byzantium soon then, are we? Otherwise, we are running out of other quests to do. It's Byzantium, Byzantium, so let's go see Phineas.
C&P chicken and potatoes at C&P. We know our C&P.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Oh, I hope it's more heated than last time.
Hey, Max. Felix said you're acting crazy, saying we don't exist or something. He's just confused, right?
He may be confused, but that doesn't mean I'm not insane.
See, I'm all for chemical recreation, but you've been saying strange things ever since you did those drugs at the Hermits.
Like the realization that our perception of self is akin to an optical illusion.
Now I can't tell if you're just doing this to try to get to me.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
I think I'll just go on my own, actually.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I went behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
What was that about Minister Clark?
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line.
Okay, so what's so important about these chemicals?
If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. Steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony.
So, what's the plan?
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Anything I should know about this Carmen Imagawa?
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Of course, of course. What's on your mind?
Nothing, apparently. Why do I get the feeling that Phineas there is this redacted character we've been seeing a lot about? Just going to put everything into Persuade now until we get to 100.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Oh my gosh, Felix, you got to hear this. You know Princess of Hephaestus? That late show about the freedom fighter with a pure heart and a mean right hook? She finally kissed her sweetheart, Miss Yuko.
This I gotta see. Thanks.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Okay, so next time we are going to go to Byzantium. All roads seem to lead there, apparently.